Some people collect stamps. Others restore cars. Me? I build security systems, real ones. Smart sensors, encrypted locks, redundant failsafes, the kind of stuff you'd find protecting data centers or private bunkers. It's what I do for a living. So when my HOA tried to teach me a lesson by breaking into my house and changing the locks while I was on a work trip, they had no idea they were walking into a fortress. They also had no idea I had them on 5 different cameras, audio recorded, and GPS tagged before they even stepped off my porch. It all started with a shed violation. I live in a gated community outside Denver. Nice place, quiet neighbors, and unfortunately, a homeowners association run by people who think they're federal agents. The issue? I installed a prefabricated tool shed in my backyard. Black steel frame, tucked neatly in the corner, invisible from the street, fully compliant with city code. But not with the HOA president, a man named Stuart Carver, who once ticketed my neighbor for having overly aggressive seasonal lights. I'd submitted my shed plans 3 months before building. No response. After the shed went up, suddenly I was in violation of architectural standards. I appealed twice and heard nothing. Then came the threats, fines, removal notices, even legal action. I refused to budge. That's when they went too far. In late April, I flew to Chicago for a 4-day cybersecurity conference. On day 2, I got a motion alert from my smart camera network. Someone was on my porch. 2 men in polos and khakis, Stuart and his HOA sidekick Barry, were drilling into my deadbolt. I watched in real time from 900 miles away as they forced my front door open, stepped into my foyer, and began snapping photos with their phones. A locksmith's van idled in my driveway. They didn't realize 2 things. I had independent backup power running the entire home security system. My smart lock had a tamper-proof fallback mode that logs every single action. Every word they said was recorded. Every movement tracked. Every step inside, from the scuff on my rug to the fingerprint smudge on the cabinet handle, documented. They replaced my locks and left a printed note taped to my fridge. Due to repeated noncompliance with HOA regulations, your property access has been temporarily revoked pending resolution. Please contact us immediately. That's right, they locked me out of my own home. Big mistake. I didn't call them. Instead, I called my attorney, a former military prosecutor who loves overreaching HOAs. I flew home early, arrived at 3 a.m., and used my backup biometric keypad installed behind the siding to enter through a concealed side panel. They never even knew it was there. By 4 a.m., I had every bit of footage synced, indexed, and backed up. I sent Stuart an email at 7:30 a.m. sharp. Attached are timestamped security logs, facial recognition tags, audio transcripts, locksmith invoices, retrieved from license plate database, and an invoice for a legal lock replacement totaling $2,800. You have 24 hours to reverse all actions, refund damages, and issue a public apology, or I press criminal charges. He didn't reply. Instead, I got a letter from the HOA attorney threatening me with legal action for unauthorized surveillance. I laughed so hard my coffee spilled. Fast forward 2 weeks, we're in court. My lawyer plays the judge the full footage from 5 angles, showing Stuart and Barry entering my home, commenting on my furniture, and even pausing to admire a signed photo of Alan touring in my hallway. Then we submitted the security system logs proving I never disabled HOA access, because they never had it to begin with. And finally, we showed that the shed was not only legal, but the HOA had never officially denied my application, meaning they had 0 standing to take action. The judge? He was furious. You entered this man's home without a court order, changed his locks, and then left a note? That's burglary and unlawful detainer. Result: HOA fined $48,000 in damages, forced to cover all legal fees, and ordered to dissolve the current board pending investigation. Stuart and Barry were hit with misdemeanor trespassing charges and resigned before the ink dried. Oh, and the shed? Still standing. Now I've been asked to help neighbors install their own smart security systems. We call it the Digital Fortress Project. Stuart moved out. Barry tried to apologize. I told him to talk to my lawyer. And my house? Still armed, monitored, and defended by the best system I've ever built. Because if you come for a cybersecurity engineer's locks, you better know whose system you're breaking into.